Hello and welcome along to the highlights from day 3 of the Betfred World Snooker Championships here in Sheffield. On a day that we saw 4 world champions in action, 3 debutants and the first amateur to ever grace the Crucible stage. Shaun Murphy got off to the perfect start in his opening session and sealed his victory today with a half-century. And is now the second player in Crucible history after John Parrott back in 1992 to register a whitewash as he beat Lu Honghao 10-0. He also reduced the Chinese qualifier to the lowest points tally in the Crucible's 42-year history, and he was extremely pleased with his performance.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you never go into a match thinking that's going to happen, and even then, coming in this morning for the what turned out to be the last frame, I'm there battling the demons in my mind. Someone saying, "Oh, it'd be great to win 10-0." I'm just trying to win the match, and trying to go out there with the right mindset to go out, be professional, do a good job, play the right shots. Wasn't easy, but I was pleased in the end with a few shots I played. And listen, I'm over the moon to win 10-0. That match could have gone either way. It was a potential massive banana skin. I know he's a rookie, but he's really announced himself to the tour this season. He's had some great results, so I'm thrilled to be through. Obviously, over the moon to win 10-0. Never expected that, and on to the next.
Well, Shaun actually faces another former champion in round 2, and that's Neil Robertson. What a matchup that's going to be. OK, so earlier on today, another former champion and world #1, the Rocket Ronnie O'Sullivan, was up against amateur James Cahill. And here is what happened.
What a shot, though.
What a shot. Fabulous first frame for James Cahill. He takes it. Ronnie O'Sullivan levels at 1 frame each.
He's played a couple of excellent recovery shots here to keep this break going. Ronnie O'Sullivan goes to a 2-1 lead. There is quite a deal of pressure on this situation when you're presented with an opportunity you should make the most of. James Cahill levels at 2-2. That was a beautiful shot, it really was.
Like to even things up. Well, what a performance from the amateur. He levels again at 3-3.
Oh, I just think he's playing too quickly. James Cahill, he's levelled the score at 4-all. It's probably the worst session of snooker Ronnie O'Sullivan's played this season. Well played.
James Cahill leads Ronnie O'Sullivan, the tournament favourite, 5-4 after the first session.
What an incredible performance from the young 23-year-old. He's already pulled off some big wins in the past against Ding, Selby and Shaun Murphy. Can he do the same and pull off the biggest win of his career tomorrow morning? Find out at 10 o'clock on BBC Two. We'll be talking you through that one. OK, former #1 Mark Selby was in action this morning against Zhao Jingtong. Let's find out what happened.
Not bad for your first shot at the Crucible. He's thrown the gauntlet down to Mark Selby. Oh, touched the green with his sleeve.
Mark Selby won.
Can you believe it? Schoolboy error from Mark Selby. Absolutely fabulous shot there. It's good to watch this player.
great shot. It's one of the best shots he's played in the match so far.
The former world #1 showing his class with that magnificent century break.
102. This needs good cueing. Oh, he did. He cued it lovely. Wow, misses the pack altogether. It's so tough in this arena when you're not playing well. It doesn't matter how good you are, who you are.
Yeah, wasn't straightforward, that. And look at that, couldn't have worked better. That's a fabulous break from Mark Selby. He was all at sea, but what a comeback. Zhao Zintong still leads by 5 frames to 3.
So the score was 3-5 when play resumed tonight. Selby took the first frame to take the arrears back to 1, winning his 3rd frame on the spin. We're going to join the action early in frame 10 with Dennis Taylor and John Virgo.
Let's give this plenty of thought. I'm still not quite certain what he's going to play.
Outrageous.
Six. Seven.
Used all the pocket, but it's in, and he's perfect on this red. That first red into the middle, Dennis, it didn't look possible, did it?
I thought he was just playing the safety shot. I was so surprised when it dropped in from where the cue ball was. But 15. He walked around the table as if he played it, but across the nap of the cloth, have a look at this. I mean, it looks as if it's on from that angle, but some shot. And look how the reds are situated. What a chance to draw level 22. Here. So he's starting to take control as the former 3-time world champion.
$30. 31.
Just underhit that slightly.
38.
Oh, well, he can drop it in now. He may have to go up for the blue here. As long as he gets the right side, it shouldn't be a problem.
39.
Yes, he's perfect. Doesn't have to play any cannons to get over the winning line now in this frame. Black available into both corners. And of course, if he wins this frame, he levels the match. And game on.
I'm starting to look at
45.
like the old Mark Selby. I mean, he started the season so well. Beat John Higgins in the final of the China Championship, 10-9. But then everything dried up somewhat. But he still managed to make 59 century breaks, so you don't suddenly become a bad player
52.
when you're world number 1 for over 3 years. And I do
53.
still feel if he can come through this match and get into the 3 sessions stage here at the Crucible, he will get stronger.
Red and a black will do. We'll put him 69 points in front with just 67 remaining. Looks a formality.
$61.
That's the frame safe, you'd have to say.
68.
Concentrate on a possible century.
$69.
He made absolutely sure of the red there. Even though his opponent needed a snooker, he didn't try to force that in. Starting to cue well is Mark Selby. This is a little bit of a tester, just to see how well he is cueing his next shot.
$77. $84.
We've had 21
85.
centuries so far, and day 3. Mark's already had 2 in this match. $138 is the highest by Sean Murphy, who made 4 centuries in his opening match
92.
here.
$93.
Taking the blue because he can get near the difficult last red. Don't know if he can move it from this position. Yeah, might be able to. Oh, look at this for a shot. It's still a tricky little one, but the one he potted in the
98.
middle at the start of this effort was more difficult than this. Well played.
99.
That's his 3rd century, and he's getting stronger by the frame.
104. $106.
Well, it's amazing how Mark Selby has turned this match right around. But that's a sign of a true
130.
champion. He was a bit agitated early on when he was 5-1 down. He was playing poor safety shots. He was missing when he shouldn't have. He has had quite a little bit of help from his opponent, it has to be said,
118.
in the last 3 or 4 frames.
$124.
And in goes the black as well. So that's the 22nd century in this year's Betfred World Championship. Mark Selby is starting to play and show us why he was 3 times world champion. He squares at 5 frames all.
So Mark registers 4 wins on the spin to bring it back to 5-all. We're going to rejoin in frame 11. Mark's at the table, trailing by 18. And our commentators for this one are Dennis Taylor and Steve Davis.
Great shot.
1.
I'll tell you what, Steve.
Chances to open the pack of reds.
Absolutely. A little bit of noise from the other table in between frames, but he has the angle on the pink to pot it and split those 5 reds.
It's not as easy as it looks on our screen, the pink, but he's going to play it aggressively into the pack of reds. He might just drop it in.
Mark Selby 1.
In the end, decided to drop it in, but normally he's very aggressive. I thought he would have taken it on, moved the reds, but that's history. Now, Zhao
1.
can move those 5 reds. This is where you got to keep your eye on the pot and let the cannon take care of itself. And look at that for the split. It's not absolutely perfect, but he played it so well to open them like that.
8.
But he's got to run away from the black here. Just needs one more
9.
good positional shot to get back up to the high scoring end of the table.
Wow. $13. $20. 21. $28. 29.
Black and one more red needed. And that's a clever shot. Look where he's put that cue ball. He's on all 3 reds. 1 to the middle, 1 to the corner. And this is the easier one. Left himself options. And I'll tell you what he is doing here, Steve. He's showing what a great temperament he has, because he's had 4 frames where he's had very little chance, and to come back like this tells me that this young player's got a very good temperament.
Well, he may be very young, but he's got bags of experience. He's been playing top-class snooker for at least 7 years, I know that.
.44.
Might have snookered himself on this red. Might be able to flick it with this side. Overdid it. Mark Selby will come back to the table.
44.
61 points in front, but barring snookers, Zhao Xintong will be 6-5 in front.
So great stuff from Zhao. He takes the 11th frame to lead 6-5. Selby then wins the 12th frame to level things at 6-all. The next 2 frames were shared. That takes it to 7-all, essentially making the match the best of 5 to make it through to round 2. We rejoin in the 15th frame. Zhao's at the table, leading by 3 points.
Advantage Xintong. Currently, the only real way you're going to get a frame-winning break out of this is if you could pot a red, perhaps use brown or green to try and disturb some reds, maybe the yellow somehow.
Yeah, he tried to cannon that red and leave himself on the yellow. It's a very delicate shot, but that's careless. I mean, just give yourself an extra 1 or 2 seconds. He was bridging over the ball, and that's not pressure. That's just a little loss of concentration there.
He didn't have a whole pocket to aim for. That was probably a little bit more of a problem. I did expect him to get it. So did he. Those 2 reds have gone funny over the corner pocket, so Mark Selby's looking at perhaps a way of getting on the blue. Get that into open play could be the key to success. Good pot. It's exactly
1.
Oh, it's nearly exactly where he actually put his cue earlier. Not too sure the angle on the blue he's got. Looks like he can't get too far up the table. The inside red does pot from the right-hand side of the table.
You keep still there, please. You keep still.
Yeah, someone just moving in the first couple of rows there, just in his eye line. He's going to do well to get, I mean, he's back looking at the yellow again.
6.
Do well to get nicely onto that yellow. If he doesn't play that, he's going to have to really power it in to try and get back for the blue.
Yeah, I think the temptation now would be to play the deep screw back.
Seven.
Yeah. He made that look easy. Didn't get the right side of the blue, but with that other red over the pocket.
Well, the timing was just impeccable there, wasn't it?
Yeah. He's got a couple of open reds after this
12.
red over the pocket. He's pretty straight on this red over the corner. May be difficult to get back out for the blue from this one, so he's lined up the yellow.
$13.
It's going to have to be the one to the middle
50.
pocket. He didn't get on the red he intended. Might be on the one that's closest to him there.
Tell me he's got a chance to pot the red and shift the two reds away from the black. Surely not. And push the black into play.
Now that would be asking
No,
a
I
bit
know.
too much, Steve. What?
Why was he lining up, though? Otherwise, what else was on his mind? To pot this red and use the other two reds to screw back? He's trying to push this black into play. That's what he wants to do. He thinks there's a chance he can get the black into play.
I think he's just trying to play with us, Steve. He's trying to fool us.
It's been some type of shot. Just about held its line. He's making a very good effort at trying to make a frame-winning break from this situation. He's back on that red. And get back up for the
21.
blue. It's going to open things up more.
$22. $27.
This has been a wonderful break so far, just for 27 points.
Four blues and a yellow. He's had to work his socks off for these. Six and a half minutes of hard graft. And this could be the key. Play it that to perfection. Now he's got a choice. The red to the left of the black goes, or he could play the cannon and just bring the three reds and the black into play.
I think he'd be very unlucky not to be on a red here. It's a big target as well.
33.
Pushed the black awkward, but good angle to get back on the blue. So the blue ball has been a saviour in this break.
$34.
He's going to need 2 more reds.
Sure.
There you see the difference, 36.
39.
He was to pot the red, 37 on the blue. 42, there'll still be a 43 points available. Played to perfection. That should be
40.
it. Perfect angle to get up for the red near the black spot. And there you see 7 reds, 7
45.
blues and 1 yellow. Been a wonderful effort, this.
46.
Just seen a craftsman at work. Carved out a break from nothing, really.
$51.
Wow, what a cut from Mark Selby.
52.
Okay, the frame was safe, but they don't have boost your confidence. Start knocking those in.
$57. $59.
Well, when he came to the table at the start of this effort, there didn't look to be 20 on.
He saw a
62.
chance to get the blue on the spot, and that was the key to it.
$66.
He's already had 9 reds and 9 blues. This will be his 10th blue. Oh, you might as well knock the pink over the pocket mark. Why not? Unlucky.
71.
Let's see you pot this one. Oh, missed it.
Mark Selby 71 on the
What
frame.
a wonderful effort from Mark Selby there. That was a magnificent break, and he gets himself back into the lead. 8-7, but he still needs 2 more.
Great character there, shown by the 3-time world champion. He leads for the very first time in this match by 8 frames to 7. The question is, can he make it count? Let's join the action in the frame after that. Zhao's at the table. He's trailing by 6.
And I think that's why Mark Selby was smiling on his way back to his seat. He was a bit disgusted with the shot he played.
$6.
No, that's the crucible
Tone 6.
pressure telling there. He's coped so well throughout this match. He's just missed a few shots that he normally wouldn't do, and that's all down to the pressure of making your debut at the Crucible Theatre.
1.
Well, he generated an angle off of that, dead straight. Forced it off the far jaw. Yeah, Zhao Xingtong just a bit too close to the cushion to make it comfortable.
Earlier this morning, the young Chinese player was potting some unbelievable balls when the white was tucked up in the cushion. But it's just the stage we're at, just one frame behind, and getting near to the winning line is causing the pressure to tell.
9.
You can see Mark Selby now increasing the intensity of concentration. He really does hone in well when it gets to the nitty-gritty.
14.
He's got more of the evil eye now about him.
15.
Yeah, he's done well from 5-1 behind, but it has to be said he's had quite a bit of help from Zhao Xingtong. I'd have to say it's probably just a lack of experience on the young player's part. Wonderful, wonderful
22.
talent.
$23.
Needs to pot the yellow twice here to leave snookers needed. And these are the type of shots you like to more or less clinch a frame
25.
directly behind it.
$27. $30. $34. $39.
It may not be the total clearance for all the colours, but apart from that loose safety shot, Mark Selby is being very surgeon-like in this frame. He now goes 2 frames in front.
Selby, 39 on the
Just
frame.
needs one more to get a place in the second round. 9-7, Mark Selby.
Well, Mark Selby is on the verge of a great comeback, but the question is, can he get the job done? Well, let's see what happens in the next frame. Zhao is at the table and he's trailing by 28 points.
Oh, hang on. Almost fluked it, but he's lost a little bit of confidence, it has to be said. The fact that he's 9-7 behind, needs to win 3 in a row, and all of a sudden a dynamic potter has just lost his way a little bit here.
Just enough to get back out for the blue in the centre. Tough to hold it for the red.
Blue ball.
Just drop it in. Sure he can stay in the bottom half of the table. And the cannon on the pink. Clever shot. It was natural. He didn't have to do anything with the cue ball to change the path. But even so, well spotted.
Yeah, and he's got a shot on here. If he gets on the brown in such a way, he can move those reds around the pink spot. Yeah, it's a natural.
7.
Well, it's not a natural cannon. He'd have to play it with a little stun to pot the brown and split the reds. This could be key to winning this match, coming right up now. Someone just coughed again right on his backswing, so we give him the thumbs up sign. There's the cannon. He's cannoned into them twice, and he couldn't have played it better. He's got a great knack. He'd worked that out well in advance to get on the brown, and not only cannoned them once, cannoned them again, coming off the back cushion behind the black, and great chance now to close out this. It's been a fascinating tussle.
Might not be that easy to get out of this. Oh, he's got a bit of an angle. Bang it in.
12.
Force the cue ball round the red. He controlled that very well.
16 more points needed, as you could see. I've enjoyed every minute of this match. Seen Mark Selby under complete pressure
17.
this morning when he was 5-1 down. This young player was fabulous. Could quite easily, as I mentioned before, have led 7 frames to 1. He played that well. He had Mark under pressure, but just made a few errors at the wrong time.
I know it's sort of matter of fact. We always
23.
say, oh, we'll probably see him again at some stage in the future, Xing Tong, but genuinely, I think he's going to be, at some stage in his life, top 16 at the very least, if not top 8.
Well, he's one of the best players I've seen from China for a long, long time. Brilliant player. And his good friend will start tomorrow against Mark Allen.
24.
Joe Yurlong was up in the Champions Lounge. I was chatting to him. He's known this player since they were boys, and he comes out against Mark Allen tomorrow night. Another fabulous young Chinese player.
And you can hear from Mark Selby's supporters, they feel that blue seals the deal. One more red absolutely guarantees.
And that's what it means to him. A little fist pump there from Mark Selby.
30.
You wouldn't think he was a 3 times champion, but what a performance from this young player. But Mark Selby weathered the storm, and he's going to be one of the contenders, that's for sure. 3
35.
world titles, back-to-back world championships he's won. But his young opponent gives him a big smile, and congratulations. Well done to Zhao Xintong. You were brilliant. We'll see a lot more of this young player, but it's the former 3 times world champion Mark Selby. In the end, from 5-1 down, wins the match 10 frames to 7.
Every time I broke off, I just kept leaving that long red. And even, no matter where I left it, if I left it tight on the top cushion or just off the top cushion, I just knew he was going to pot it, you know, because he's, as you say, he's such a great potter, and he's just raw talent, really. I mean, you can't teach the way he plays, but he's one of them players where he can pot anything, but then also at the same time, you're not expecting him to miss some of the balls he does. So it's strange. It's a little bit like Tepchai Unnu, but I mean, he's only young, he's got plenty of time to learn, and I'm sure he'll be got a great future. It's not been the greatest of season when you look at results, but scoring-wise, I feel as I'm scoring as good as ever. I've been practicing hard for this tournament, so really happy to get over that first round because, like you say, at one stage, 5-1 down, looking like I could be getting out of the tournament, and all the hard work I put in and the practice I put in sort of counts for nothing then. So, yeah, it's not been the greatest season results-wise, but it's not through playing poor snooker. If I was really, really struggling with my game and losing, then I'd be more concerned. But I've been playing okay in patches. It's just coming up against players playing better than me at that particular time.
What a great comeback from Mark Selby. Well, today another world champion was in action. Four-time winner John Higgins faced Mark Davis. He led 6-3 after the first session and today sealed the win with 3 centuries and 5 breaks over 50 to book a place in round 2. Having not had the best of seasons, he's only reached one final. This is exactly the start that Higgins needed, especially against a player he struggled to beat in the past. He was certainly relieved to make it through to round 2.
I played pretty well yesterday, got a 6-3 lead, but I came in today, now and I was all at sea really. Mark was putting me under pressure, and I believe if he'd have probably went 6-all, he could have run away with the game because I was really feeling it. Managed to nick a frame to go 7-5, and that really settled me down a little bit. And then I done a couple of good breaks to get myself to 9, but it's always tough out there. As I said, I've came here a lot of times, maybe not feeling great about my game, and I've managed to do okay, but it can catch you out. If you're not playing great, it can catch you out, but hopefully I can go home for a couple of days and put some practice in and then come back down and play well.
So here's a quick summary of the day's events, and one score that we haven't touched on is Dave Gilbert and Joe Perry's match, which resumes tomorrow. Gilbert's currently leading after the first session by 6 frames to 3. They play to a finish tomorrow. Gilbert has only ever reached the second round once before, so let's see if he can make his lead count. Well, if you've not had enough snooker in your life, Snooker Extra follows this show, so you can watch that and follow John Higgins on that show. But as for us, we will be back again tomorrow on BBC Two. A huge morning awaits for James Cahill, and we can't wait to see what happens. Cahill currently leading Ronnie O'Sullivan by 5 frames to 4. See you then.
I didn't know what to do with the trophy. I just wanted to get hold of it. I wanted to take it to bed with me. It was just an unbelievable feeling. When every snooker player turns professional, their ambition is to become world champion. There's quite a few names on the trophy now, but it's still very, very special to get your name on that trophy. I only did it the once, but I'll tell you what, it was so special. It's just, I'm getting goosebumps again, just holding on to it.